Hey, what's going on, dudes and dudettes? It's Pip Surfer with another daily update for the Cowabunga system. Today's Tuesday, November 3rd, 2009. Hope you all are having a great day. Good to get back in the markets. Didn't have too many trades last week, but today was a different story, so we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. What I have open right now is a cable, both a 15-minute chart and a 4-hour chart. Now, if this is all kind of confusing to you, you might want to go to the top of this post and click read me first. That will help you understand what is going on here. It'll give you all the rules to the system. Study it, learn it, and then come back to these videos and it'll be of more use to you and of more value. So that's my recommendation if you don't really know what's going on. Alright, so we're just going to jump right into it, and I'm going to open up my 4-hour chart and I'm going to show you what it looked like just before midnight. Okay, and here's what it looked before midnight. You can see that my last trend change candle was on the 30th of October. It was for a downtrend, and since then we haven't had any new trend changes. So at the beginning of our day we were looking just for short trades because our trend is still down. Now if I move forward through today's action, you can see that we still didn't have any new trend change candles. Therefore our trend remained intact and it stayed down, meaning that we only looked for short trades the entire day. Okay, so now once we determine our trend, we can go to our 15-minute chart, and I'm just going to move this back to before midnight. Alright, so this is what it looked like, and before I start trading, of course, I want to look at my news events for the day. You can just go to babypips.com, click on this tools tab. Now make sure that your time zone is correct here. And remember, we're just looking for news that affects the dollar or the sterling. And really the only ones that we had today were at 4:30 and 10. 4:30 we had the PMI for construction for the UK, and at 10 we had factory orders for the US. So 4:30 and 10 a.m. Eastern time for me, whatever time zone that is, you want to just mark that on a notepad somewhere and have those times handy, because you do not want to be in the market during those news events because the market can be just unpredictable at those times. So jot those down, keep them, and keep them posted, and just remain alert about those time zones. Now we can go to our 15-minute chart again and just begin trading. I'm just going to move this chart forward one candle at a time to simulate what it looks like during my trading day, and you can see what my thoughts are and whether or not I take signals, etc. And this should hopefully allow you to replicate this during your own trading. So I'm just going to move it forward one candle at a time. Remember, each of these candles represents 15 minutes because it is a 15-minute chart. And here we get a crossover. This is at 145. Okay, and now we just look at the indicator to see if they line up. RSI is below 50. Stochastics are trending down. MACD is positive and losing value. This makes this a valid entry. So what we're going to do is we're going to enter at the close of this candle, or as close to it as possible, which in this case is 63.62. Our stop's going to be at the most recent swing high, which is at 63.98. Okay, and then what we're going to do is take our nearest 50 or 0 level and see if it's a possible target. Now at 63.50, that only gives us 12 pips of potential profit, not including the spread. So not very much profit there. So what you want to do in this case is go for the same amount of pips you're risking. Alright, so in this case, you're going to take your stop, which is 63.98, and then you're going to subtract it from your entry, which is at 63.62, and you get 36. So we're risking 36 pips on this trade. Now you're just going to subtract 36 from 63.62, and you get a target at 63.26. Okay, so there's our target. Now we're at a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Now I could just move this chart forward again, and really we're just the only thing we want to keep an eye out now is just for that 4:30 news event, if our trade gets hit or not, because we're not going to be in the market during that time. So I'll continue to move forward, and luckily our target was hit cleanly at 245, and you could see that it shot right through it. Now once our target is hit at 63.26, what you're going to do there is trail your stop to that area, 63.26, and your next target is going to be 6300. Now what happened on this very same candle is that my second target is already actually hit. Now, at this point, the price doesn't make a clean break of 6,300. It breaks it a little bit, but it continues to move back up. So I went ahead and exited at the second profit target. I didn't get out right at 6,300, but I did get out at 6,305, which is good enough. Remember, these aren't hard targets or hard numbers. You just want to get out as close to them as possible. So 6,305 was where I got out, and that pretty much takes us out of the trade. Now, you might have different exit strategies and whatever, however it's tailored to you, but that's generally the basic strategy for this system. So we take a profit there, and we just continue to move forward. Okay, now it's 4:15. Here's the 4:30 candle, so no trades or anything there. You just continue to move forward. Now at this point, remember, I'm looking only for short trades, but that's not really going to be possible here because we haven't had any retracement to the upside. Here we do get a crossover back up to the upside, so now we can start to pay closer attention to the chart. And here we get a crossover. This is at 9:15. Let's look at the indicators. RSI is below 50. Stochastics are trending down. MACD is positive and losing value. This makes this a valid entry. Now, keep in mind, you got to have that notepad ready where you wrote the news events. Our next news event's at 10 a.m. This candle closes at 9:30, giving you only 30 minutes for your trade to kind of move. And that doesn't give you much of a time window, much of a chance for your trade to hit. Now, you could see a big spike in your favor, and you could take a quick trade there, and that would be great. Or it could totally go against you, and you could be out in a quick trade. Either way, so you could take this, but an exit at 10 if you're more aggressive. But for me, I don't like to take it if it's so close, like 30 minutes or so to a news event, because I just don't feel like that gives me enough time. Now, had this candle closed at 9:15, then I might reconsider because that gives us extra 15 minutes, about 45 minutes. So I did not enter this trade. Again, it's okay if you did. Just make sure you exited at 10 a.m. And you can see that it did move back up. And here at 9:45, you would have been at a loss, but you could exit your trade here for not the entire loss. You could exit it before the news and save yourself some pips. But you can see that the market did just reverse strongly there after 10 a.m. So I didn't enter there because I'm a little more conservative. But again, you could have entered, would have been a loss for you. But again, it could have been a win for you as well. Just depends on your trading style. Remember, rules aren't so concrete. They are to some extent, but remember, with trading, it's not an exact science. You got to have some kind of feel. You got to determine your personality, determine how you trade, and kind of, not everybody's the same. That's the beauty of trading. You could take the system and 10 people will trade it 10 different ways. But these are just general guidelines that will help you, and if you follow them to a certain extent, you will be profitable. So hopefully that helps. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to post them on the blog or post them in the forums. Somebody will help you, and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. But that's pretty much it for today, and hopefully I will see you all in the next update. Cowabunga, dudes.